everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of Limelight featuring India's most admirable brands. Limelight is one of the latest media offerings from the brand story, which aims to provide an ideal platform to all the brands and to ensure the most exclusive, interesting and the most effective storyboards for them. So with no delays, let's take a look at the 4 stories which are lined up for today. A brand whose mission is to provide healthcare of international standards within the reach of every individual. Pioneers of integrated healthcare delivery with over 8,500 beds across 50 hospitals within and outside India. Let's have a look at the story of Apollo Hospitals.
Apollo Hospitals is an integrated healthcare provider offering services across the healthcare spectrum. Our chairman, Dr. Pratap Reddy's vision is to touch 1 billion lives, and his mission statement, which is now 35 years old, is to bring healthcare of international standards within the reach of everyone. And even today it becomes relevant. It continues to be relevant, and as we continue to aspire to bring world-class healthcare within the reach of every individual. He's not just created hospitals. As I said in the beginning, he's created an entire spectrum of healthcare. Apollo Hospitals is a customer-centric or a patient-centric brand, and therefore our USP revolves around the patient. Our clinical outcomes benchmark with the best in the world. Our service standards ensure highest level of patient satisfaction. Many organizations across the world have studied our model and published papers and have categorically stated that it's a unique model, not just in India, but for the world. And then the Apollo family, what we all consider ourselves, about 50,000 on-roll employees and another 20,000 employees who work for the Apollo system, we consider all of us ourselves as one family. And this family culture is very unique to Apollo. And this family culture is probably what Dr. Reddy created right from the beginning, and that is one of the real critical factors for success. Apart from being physically present in multiple locations, today we have begun to use technology to reach out to people. We have multiple initiatives which have already been rolled out. We have the Ask Apollo, which is an app on which anybody from anywhere in the world can connect with our system, our doctors, and have a consultation with them, have a second opinion with them. First, through our patients. Nearly 75 to 80% of our patients walk into the hospitals on their own based on the trust and the brand that the brand has built over the years. The next connect is the doctors, who are one of the most important connect, not just in India, but in international locations where they travel and conduct clinics and workshops. A few decades ago, India was a global healthcare seeker. That is, people from India used to travel abroad for treatment. Today, India is a global healthcare provider. People from over 160 countries actually come to our country for treatment. And this whole change of perception began with that first hospital Dr. Reddy started in Chennai. Dr. Reddy believes that change is a constant thing, and he's made sure that change becomes a part of the DNA of the organization. One of the challenges we face is to keep pace with the rapid changes that are happening not just in technology but in the diagnostic and therapeutic spaces. Every day is a milestone at Apollo. History is being created in one or the other hospital by one or the other doctor every day in the Apollo system. Artificial intelligence, which leads to predictive medicine, and is becoming a very important part of both the preventive, diagnostic and therapeutic part of medicine, and we are beginning to adopt it in a big way. And also we have innovated in a big way to make sure that this brings better outcomes and impacts the patients in a good manner. Half the world doesn't have access to one of the latest technology for the treatment of cancer, which is the proton machine. The first machine in this part of the world is installed in Chennai, and One of the important things to realize is for the rest of the half of the world for whom the treatment is not available, and even for the people where there is access to proton treatment, the cost of treatment for similar technology, for similar procedures and for similar outcomes will be 1/10 of what it costs in the international centers where they are available at this point of time. Everything that I do today is what I have learned as I grew up the ladder. If I have to put it in one sentence, my leadership style is inclusive, participative, supportive and proactive. As I said, I'm not a trained manager, I'm an anesthesiologist, and I was practicing in my father's hospital when I got a call from Dr. Reddy, who is a godfather to me, and Mrs. Sangeeta Reddy, who is a mentor to me. And one sentence by Dr. Reddy changed my life. He said, if you continue to do what you're doing, you can impact only so many lives. But come join the Apollo system and you can impact many more lives than what you're impacting at this point of time. My journey in this career started 25 years ago. I believe that success is always because of a team, and I'm fortunate to have been part of a team which has had huge success over a span of 25 years. So right from the beginning, I always said that my team's performance is my performance. One is to be ethical, to be transparent, to be inclusive, to be inspirational, to be supportive, and to be a coach. And one of the most important things is to be treated by the team as a member of the team and not as a boss. I feel extremely happy for the rest of the people who have worked with me in the last 25 years, because it is their work which has put me here, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank every single person who has contributed in this journey of mine. I thank Brand Story for giving us this opportunity and for recognizing an organization which is truly world class, which has truly changed the landscape of this country, and which has helped us to communicate with the rest of the world the story that we have been, the journey that we've undertaken and we are continuing with.
A company started by a man who is the son of the soil, with a mission to create a world-class smart city that nurtures entrepreneurship and enables career opportunities by bringing out the socio-economic development through e-governance, robust infrastructure, and ecologically sustainable technologies. Let's look at the story of Sri City.
Sri City groundbreaking happened on 8/8/2008. So like you said, it's about 10 years back. And today we take a snapshot of from then the journey. Today we are home to almost 180 plus companies from 27 countries with employment potential for about 50,000 people and investment of about 45,000 crores investment. And this is the region that didn't had many industries in this region in the past because of lack of infrastructure. And though we proved to the world that this is one of the best area to develop industry because it has 4 ports connectivity. Then we are next to Chennai. Chennai airport is only about 65 kilometers, and we have the national highway that runs along our border, and there is a broad gauge railway line that connects Chennai, Calcutta, goes through this. So there is another airport, Tirupati airport. So the industry requires a lot of connectivity first, connectivity to international ports and other things, which we have demonstrated. Then they need the land at affordable prices. Then they need people. So we found all those kind of ingredients in the region that where we have built Sri City. We didn't stop our journey because of the recession or challenges in the domestic market. So we continued to develop our infrastructure. Then people saw our commitment to develop this region and create jobs. So then more and more international brands. So today Sri City is home to some of the best brands. It is Colgate-Palmolive. We have Pepsi. We have Cadbury's. We have Alstom. We have Isuzu cars made in Sri City. So like that we have attracted some of the best brands into Sri City. There are many other big brands that are under construction. Tata Foods is making a big factory here. Then Toray International from Japan, they are doing one big project here. Like that there is a big, in 10 years we have created jobs, and then our motto here is work, live, learn, play. One of the mandate I had from the beginning, day one, is keep the locals happy. So the first challenge is how do we convert these agrarian workers into industrial workers. So we started getting at that time who are the best in training, like ILFS, skill development centers. We got them involved, National Academy of Construction. So our experiment is very, very successful. We had about 3,500 families who kind of were either working on the lands or owners of the lands. So we have given almost every family a job here in the industry that has come here. It's like an ecosystem we are building. We have to, it's like, we cannot have an island of expertise or another thing. Only Sri City goes and surrounding areas are not developed, then there will be a big gap between haves and have-nots. So we want to see the whole region getting developed. So we also fit very well into that Pura scheme. Our past president, Sri Abdul Kalamji has started provision of urban facilities in rural ambience, Pura scheme. So now that near their villages they have more like an urban facilities, so people are migrating back to this region. So that way we feel that we are fulfilling our social commitment. We want to create a brand that is Indian in nature. That is how we named Sri City. You will see our logo, it will show the Indianness, and the name itself is Indian name, and also modern kind of. Sri is, as you know, is the prosperity, growth. Sri indicates in our Sanskrit or local language growth, development, prosperity. It is any industrial estate, the moment you say industrial estate, the mindset is more men will work. But in Sri City, it is tested, we have the statistics, more women work here. Companies like Foxconn employs only women employment. So what Sri City is internationally, what Shenzhen is to Hong Kong. You ask our customer, they will speak it better in a way why they have chosen Sri City.
Well, a favorable business environment, fantastic facilities, infrastructure, access to great talent and people, a strong workforce.
Sri City is well connected to the main airports and the main seaports. Sri City is really always helping us to expand the business. They are really good partner for our business.
It is because of the connectivity, the infrastructure, the availability of people, the help we give as developers, and then the government help, that is Andhra Pradesh government is number one in ease of doing business. Then they talk about the continuous power. The industry also requires water. We have a lot of water in this region. We get a lot of rainfall in this area. We do the rainwater harvesting and supply to the industry. We don't use any bore wells here. So you talk, and then the very disciplined workforce. So this gives a big boost to the industry to be focused on their core competency, that is making or manufacturing, and we provide them all the support that they require. I want to thank the brand story for selecting Sri City as one of the best brands this year, 2019. I want to thank the team that worked on this and the entire management for considering and giving us the award. Thank you very much, the brand story.
A brand on the plank of goodness, that water should not only be pure, but should be full of goodness, where all body purifiers just ensure pure drinking. This brand of water purifiers ensure and aim to deliver mineral-enriched healthy water. Let's have a look at the journey of Moonbow by Hindware.
At that point of the time in 2012, that the challenges around pure water in India are really huge, and that's where we felt that we need to give something to the Indian consumers which is the right solution for water purification at that point of the time. And we took almost 4 years before we actually launched our products in 2016 August. And the whole idea during these 4 years was to get to the root of the issues, which are the challenging issues as far as the customers are concerned. So here we are, been 2.5 years since the brand Moonbow by Hindware has been launched. And let me tell you, it's been a great journey for the brand. So if you would see many of the consumer brands operating in this category, we're only concerned about giving purified water solutions to the consumers. But we thought that that's just one solution, giving the purified water solutions. We also felt that there is need, because in the reverse osmosis process, which is undertaken by most of the water purifiers to purify water, many a times in this process, good minerals are lost, which is like calcium, magnesium, those are the good minerals which are essential for your body, but they are lost in the process of cleaning the water, while the reverse osmosis process also cleans up the bad minerals, it takes away the good minerals as well. So that was a very well thought out research where we found that why are we making the consumers devoid of these minerals which are essential to his growth and his body as well. So that's where we brought in a stage of purification called mineral fortification, which is essentially the last stage of the cleaning process, whereby which the water is polished with some additional minerals through a natural process, and then the purified water does not only consist of the purified water as such, but it's a wholesome water because it also has those minerals which were removed through the reverse osmosis process. As far as our R&D approach is concerned, we always believed that water purification is a very challenging subject across India because we've got various types of water across India, some where the TDS is high, low, some if you go to the eastern parts of the country, you have high content of arsenic and lead which can be very poisonous. So we always felt that rather than giving one mass solution to the consumers and market it and leverage it with our brand, we felt that we need to customize our solutions basis each of these territories. So here we have invested massively in our R&D, not only through the money part but also in the resources part. So much so that today our R&D is a fully equipped lab which has a microchemical, biochemical laboratory and has also an electronics lab as well. Electronics is a very highly evolved R&D center to say so much. So an R&D has also invested hugely in the future technologies as well. It's not necessary for all the consumers to actually change their filters and the RO membranes at the end of the year. So that's where we created a real-time filter indicator. A real-time filter indicator actually tells a consumer that when his RO membrane has actually gone bad and it's time to change it. So we given the power in the hands of the consumers. We empowered the consumers because consumer just today is not now dependent that after 1 year he has to call the service center. Our service center will come to know through that real-time filter indicator and through our IoT machines which we are employing in the market that his membrane has gone bad. So it could be 2 years, it could be 2.5 years, it could be 1.5 years. So typically what you would see that in water purifiers, the consumers normally put a bottle under a faucet and wait for the water to be filled, then transfer the bottle to the refrigerator and get it make it cold during the summertime. So here we have an autofill jug, which means you have a jug which is a part of the original water purifier. You just keep it under the faucet and you just have to push a button and it will fill it to the full and stop on its own, and then you can actually put the jug into the refrigerator. If you would see in this clutter of industry, water purification is a very cluttered industry, but majority of the brands have been talking for years just about the purified water, Shuddhata, mine is more purified than yours. So it's virtually a rat race whose water is more purified. We felt that the conversation needs to be taken to a different level altogether. So we're not talking about just the purified water, we talk about the wholesome water. That's when we talk about the wholesome water, our entire campaign is built on the fact that we don't just purify the water, we also goodify it. So when we say goodify the water, it means we make the water more wholesome. So we have done more of a massification of technology where our entire range starting from even 9,000 rupees onwards up to 27,000 rupees have the same purification technology, which is the the various steps of technology. So that's where we are. So today, and we have built a very aesthetically designed superior products. If you would see, our water purification remains aesthetically designed and completely different from the majority of the competition. It's really heartening to see brand story appreciating the kind of role which this brand has played in resolving the consumer issues in water purification and giving them a more wholesome and purified water. Thank you so much, brand story as well.
A fashion-forward brand that promises to dress girls from their innocent teens to their confident and happening adulthood. Hence, an essential element in every girl's style statement. Let's have a look at the story of Madame.
J&Amar is a family-owned clothing and accessories company. Founded in 1939, it provides fast, affordable fashion for women, men, teenagers, and children. The company operates close to 150 exclusive brand stores within the country and outside, along with servicing more than 2,000 multi-brand stores within the country. The company started manufacturing woolen muffler, scarves, and vest way back in 1939. The forthcoming generation transformed it from a pure wholesaler to a brand and a retailer. The generation today, with me and my cousins, is taking the brand further into international markets. Legacy, quality, fits, constant innovation, and brand positioning are the key drivers for any brand, and what I understand, our company has been sticking to the ethos of the fundamentals to drive success. The brand cherishes to become a global entity in at least 3 major continents in the next 5 years. Madame has always been a style-ahead brand, servicing the fashion appetite of an ever-emerging youth that is more aware, more self-sustained, and who wants to create a statement of her own. The punchline of the brand has been put as "Be everyone you are" to suffice the statement. The vision of the company is to set trends in chosen ventures and get customer admiration for excellence in quality and service. Accordingly, the company has built a portfolio of brands named Optis, Kamla, Madame, Nicety and Aritzia to suffice the fashion appetite of the youth. Having a legacy of 25 years has helped us sustain in this long journey of competition. To put this in right perspective, a girl whom we used to dress when she was at the age of 15 is still a customer with us. Overmore, her child has also started shopping with us. In the last 5 years, the positioning of the brand has been elevated, keeping in mind the foreign competition that is coming into the country. The stores are being adapted and re-engineered to attend to the modern day consumer along with using technology. Not to miss, the top line has doubled in the last 5 years and also has a demographic reach. An alliance with a foreign brand called Kamla Barcelona has also helped the company to service the high fashion premium consumer in the country. Using the platforms of e-commerce, Facebook and Instagram, the company is now almost 7% of the internet sales as compared to the traditional medium. Digital marketing has been a boon to advertisers, providing real-time statistics and market study to the frontiers that the company hasn't ventured as well. By 2022, we are looking at adding at least 20% to the sales. Constant innovation has been an important ingredient with the company brands right from the beginning. Being a style ahead in the consumer market, which is more aware than before, is always a challenging factor for the brand, and the company delivers to the optimum. With the 4th generation now in the leadership roles, the company now aims to build a unique portfolio of brands and stay ahead of competition in adaptation and innovation. As a company, we are a very few examples in the country who are end-to-end, right from manufacturing to retail, from a B2B to a B2C. Technologically, the company leaves no stone unturned to ensure the logistics is managed and the customer experience is best. We have a 24/7 fulfillment center delivering to more than 2,000 point of sales every week. On these stores, we have experimented with try-on mirrors using the Kinect technology where the customer can dress virtually before actually making a final purchase. It's always appreciated when people around you and the industry recognizes what you've done so far and and gives us motivation to keep going ahead by presenting us an honor and award. And we are thankful to the brand story for this particular honor to us.
With that, we come to an end of today's episode. We'll be back with more interesting and exclusive brand stories. Till then, thank you for watching. Goodbye.